Alright, welcome. If you're new to the channel, my name is Elliott, and you're watching Rickety Ski Reviews. Today, we're back reacting to Curated. We're going to talk about one of my favorite skis that I skied on this year, the Volkl Kendo 88. Now, this ski was one of my favorites. I just felt like it had really good adjustment between turn radiuses, that it was able to do short turn radiuses and long turn radiuses. I felt like in the narrow pitches, it had really comfortable turns. It felt a lot like a slalom ski. So that's just my kind of, a shortened version of my review. You can see my full review down below. But let's react to Curated's review. Curated tends to be kind of off the mark. It's totally like spinning the wheel of which expert they use and how knowledgeable they are. Some of them, like Darren, they are like spot on, they know what they're talking about. And then you have guys like Thomas who are all over the place. So I have not watched this video. I have no idea which way the roulette wheel is gonna spin, but let's find out together. I recently did a react video. I don't know if I even posted it or not, but it was of an interview with Rickety, and the guy was so boring. So as much as I like to talk about Curated being out to lunch, at least they're entertaining. At least the videos are short. That guy had a 45-minute podcast of him just staring off into space and some other guy like off frame grabbing a water bottle. So, as much as I know Curated, I will say they do a good job editing their videos, and at least they're short and sweet, but they're usually pretty wrong. Without further ado, let's watch the review of the 2024 Volkl Kendo 88. Okay, I don't want to pass any judgment, but does anyone else get a little skeptical when they see somebody reviewing a carving ski in rear entry boots? It's not like they're unskiable, but I tend to not see people who are super focused on carving in rear entry boots. Not to mention the goggles are falling on his face. The skiing is okay. He's kind of getting the angle with the GoPro, so it can be hard when you're holding it. But Curated is like a real company that makes a lot of money. They can't hire a second person to come and get the video. Like, I do it, but I don't make any money, and I still find a second shooter some of the days. A lot of times I'm using the GoPro, but I'm using the chest mount. I'm not doing the selfie stick because it looks awkward, and I'm not seeing a ton of turn shape in the carving here. And the rear entry boots are usually just like a little bit of a red flag, but let's see.
What's going on, everybody? Aiden Wright, your favorite Curated expert, here today with Jake Renner, beautiful Copper Mountain, mid-April. Couldn't ask for a better day here. We jumped on some Volkl skis. We're here to talk about the Volkl.
Why does it look like that? Did they shoot the close-up with the GoPro as well? This is like a multi-million-dollar company. Why are we up there up front with a GoPro with that warped look? We got one camera in the whole company? Okay, this guy also looks like a freestyle skier. Not that that matters. Freestyle skiers can have good takes too.
Volkl Kendo 88. Volkl claims this is your directional front side on piste, free ride jam and ski. Just so you guys know, I'm not getting paid. I'm not sponsored by Volkl or any of these brands you see Jake and I and the rest of the Curated team.
Okay, you got the first part right. It's like a front side carving ski. But when did they ever say it's a free ride ski? Free ride means, I guess freestyle means that it's like the park, and free ride means off trail. Not really. It can like manage off trail, but it's not great. It's primarily a carving ski. I've never heard a kendo described as a free ride ski. I would think like if you're gonna say anything, maybe the M6 Mantra, but they're typically all mountain skis. The classification of skis is pretty messy. Some of them are powder skis, and some are all mountain skis, and some are carving skis, but sometimes the all mountain skis are also carving skis. But these ones are in the all mountain / carving, but these ones are in the all mountain powder. And it's like the lines get blurred pretty quickly.
Reviewing? We don't get compensated. It's truly unbiased opinions. I've helped thousands of people find the right gear, so if you're not sure where to start, go ahead, hit the link in the description below. You'll get matched with myself, Jake, any of our colleagues over at Curated. We'd love to help you find the perfect gear for you.
But you're compensated by Curated, right? Like, you make money if Curated sells more skis. Like, let's just do the logic here, okay? I'm not biased. I'm not compensated by Volkl. First off, that's not how biases work. Biases are baked into everyday life. So, like, everybody has biases, even if they're not aware of them. 2, If you were to talk smack and say that the Volkl Kendo 88 is the worst ski you've ever skied, and I'm not saying it is, it's one of my favorite skis, but let's just say you go, oh, this ski is garbage. It is dog food. It is awful. Well, now your boss Curated has a warehouse full of Volkl Kendo 88s in all different sizes that they have to sell. Do you think they're going to be happy with you? Do you think you're going to be here long? Like, come on, let's just think about this, Hayden, okay? Saying that you're not paid by Volkl is good, but it doesn't mean you're not biased, and you are still like an arm of Volkl selling skis. I have affiliate codes. If you are like, hey, Elliott's review is useful, and I am gonna buy the Volkl Kendo 88, I get like a small cut of it, but I'm gonna tell you that. I'm not gonna tell you I'm totally unbiased. But if I tell you the Volkl Kendo 88s are dog water, then I mean that. And they're not, they're great skis. But if I am like totally honest with you, there's no repercussions. There's nothing for me. I don't, and I don't really care about the affiliate. I make very little from the affiliate program. I would rather just be honest with people. You know what I mean? So like, saying you're not biased is total baloney, and you're not gonna speak honestly about the negatives. I do, but I still have biases. I still am like, oh, well, the Volkl guy was nice, and I did receive these skis from Volkl. I will tell you when that stuff happens, but don't pretend like, but don't make this big show and pretend like you're not biased, because you absolutely are. It's an absurd statement. Every time I gotta make this. I should just record this once and then play it at the beginning of every Curated video. All right, let's keep going.
The Volkl Kendo in the 181 has the 3D radius side cup. You have a 31 meter turn radius up top.
Don't all the sizes have the 3D radius side cut? Am I missing something? That's just a design on all of the skis. Am I missing something? What? That is a feature on all of their skis. Maybe I'm an idiot, but I don't think so. It's a coin toss. It has nothing to do with the size of it though. I had the 3D radius and I had like what, the 178 or something? Okay, whatever.
17 meter under the foot, and down in the back, it's a 26 meter turn radius. This is very unique. Volkl has been playing around combining this and essentially...
Wait, what did he just say? It has a 17 meter mid-width and 15 meter on the tails? No, that's a turn radius. It has a range of turn radiuses it can make based on your ski style and how you flex it. Those are the widths you're thinking of. The Volkl Kendo 88 is 88 millimeters width underfoot. That's where the 88 comes from. Oh my God. I know this is an easy thing to mess up, but like, there's enough people working at Curated that somebody should have been able to like correct this or edit it out. My guy. I don't know what you were trying to say, but I do, but I think it was wrong. Oh my God. There's enough people here, and this is like a flagship ski.
What it does is it creates a very easy turning ski. You have the options. If if there's nobody on the run, want to open it up, go, a little bit on the throttle. These are awesome long GS fall line.
First off, you got the baseball hat underneath the helmet, which basically negates the proper fit of the helmet, which is so silly. Then you got the sunglasses, which is fine, I guess, sometimes. And then you're gonna say, oh, this ski will allow you to really charge and make a bunch of different turns. Then make some of those turns. He's like watering down all of these turns, and they barely looks like he's gliding through it. There's no downhill ski pressure. There's no coming across the hill. How can you even feel those different radiuses if you're just like kind of sitting in the turn like that? Oh, these skis can make some great turns. Then show me some of those great turns. Get a chest, I don't know. It's like, get a chest harness, hold it in your pole, do something. Like, show me some real skiing. They're so confident, and then you see their skiing, and it's just like...
arc style turns, and if it is a little busier where you're skiing and you're making some tighter turns in either bumps or on the groomed runs, that 3D turn radius really allows you to do that. And you get a little bit of carving with the Kendo 88s. That is where these things thrive. These were such a blast carving. Jake and I have more of a free ride, freestyle kind of skiing style, so it's really...
Yeah, that's putting it lightly. You're sitting in the back seat, that's what he's trying to say. That's what I'll say, you're sitting in the back seat, and you're just like, kind of letting the skis ride. You're not really putting energy into the skis and getting it out. I know that the GoPro can be awkward to hold, but this skiing is just... Also, if you have a freestyle, free ride style, get on the free ride, freestyle skis. There are plenty of people who can carve. Pull any guy off the lift line that could ski these. Okay, whatever. It's not an excuse. You know what I mean? You pressure the front of your boot and you carve. Those are like basics that you should do if you're gonna be a curated expert. Otherwise, just don't get in front of it. It's like everybody's opinion is valuable, but like claiming you're an expert and then saying that you're gonna like partner people with skis is irresponsible. I don't care. There are all different skiing abilities. I don't care how like maybe you at home ski like this. That's totally fine. I have no judgment there. It's when you go in front of a camera and you say that you're gonna make like ski recommendations for people and your skiing looks like this. It's just irresponsible in my personal opinion.
It'd be fun to jump on a carver ski and just rip that corduroy here at Copper once it started to get a little soft. Got about 4 runs on it so far and just took an absolute bomber groomer run, and these things know no speed limit at all. No chatter whatsoever. Kind of went through some icy or hard shadowy spots that wasn't as soft. They still hold edge.
All of that snow looks so soft. All of that snow looks so soft. What are you talking about? And also, just straight lining it like that through a blue square does not tell you about chatter. You gotta like actually get them at high speed and really load them and really get, oh my God, I can't even start with this. He's like tucking through the bunny hill and saying that there's no chatter. He is right. You know what I mean? It's like a broken clock. He's right. They are very damp skis, but you're not seeing it in this footage.
Great.
The Volkl Kendo 88 in the trees and moguls, it's super nimble, so as long as you...
Okay, Jake got a glow up. Look at that. I like the vest, beautiful mustache. His outfit is on point. I've watched Jake over the years and he tends to have pretty good advice, although sometimes, I don't know, it's kind of 50-50. But I will say, outfit looking good. 2 thumbs up. Jake, as the kids would say, he's got the riz. I like the outfit. Okay, let's see if he has something insightful to say.
You don't have too deep of powder. This ski functions very well, holds up super stable, and it turns very quickly. It's not the most playful.
You know what? I was kind of ripping on the rear entry boots, but he is getting better angles than the other guy. He's working it a pretty good amount. Like, see this turn right here? You see the shape change of the downhill ski? It's not great, and he could like let it hang on a little bit longer just to kind of show you the shape of the ski. But all in all, especially by curated standards, this is pretty good, if I'm being honest. I gotta call it like I see it. This isn't bad. Okay, Jake, I'm gonna give you some points. This is pretty good fundamental skiing.
Full skiing. Wouldn't really want to be buttering with these. Wouldn't really want to be hitting jumps with these.
Yeah, see how he drives his like downhill hand too? That's good skiing. It's not fantastic. It's not something I would look if I'm like trying to buy a carving ski. You know, you could get somebody who's a little more carving oriented, but fundamentally, this guy is not a terrible skier. This is pretty good, actually, I would say.
You can get away with it, but wouldn't recommend skiing switch on him unless you're just ripping groovers and you get a kick out of it. But yeah, not the most playful ski with regard to freestyle and freeride. They're really free.
The problem with the use of the word playful is it doesn't mean anything really. He means like they're not very good at like hopping and lightweight and like swing weight. But if you're from the carving world, playful, they are kind of playful because they carve quickly, they have short radiuses, and you can get them on edge quickly. It's hard because the word playful is like way overused in the ski world. He's trying to say like they're not light for swing weight. If you go on the jump and land, you're pretty heavy on your feet. But for carving wise, you have a ton of edge angle you can make. They're a lot like a slalom ski, which is by definition playful. That's the problem with playful. It gets overused and it's come to mean nothing.
Your skiers who would like to go fast on groomers or hard packed snow and who really appreciate that downhill performance aspect. If you're into freeride, if you're into freestyle, if you're getting into deep snow, if you're hitting jumps and wanting to get playful and jib all over the mountain, wouldn't necessarily go with the Kendo 88s.
Okay. At least he's talking about what it's not good at. I mean, it's pretty obvious. The Volkl Kendo 88 has never been advertised as a freestyle freeride ski. So it's kind of like, it'd be like me going into a sports car and be like, yeah, this isn't very good at getting up into the snow. It's like, yeah, it was meant for a racetrack. It was never meant to do that. So it's kind of a weird thing to say, but I think he's speaking from his experience, and to be totally fair to him, he's speaking honestly, which I can respect. In the world of curated, I can respect that.
Ski is different. Every skier is different. If you have any questions about what ski would be right for you, connect with an expert like myself and we'll get you all set up today. If you like what you're watching, hit subscribe.
Overall, I would say that, God, the first guy was totally full of baloney and couldn't really ski the ski, so he's just kind of blurting out vague marketing things. So that's pretty much a wash of nonsense. The second guy actually had some pretty good skiing. He just was out of his element, so he's talking about what the ski can't do, and I appreciate that. But really, if you're looking at your audience, people who are looking to buy the Volkl Kendo 88 are people who appreciate carving and want on-trail performance. So maybe get somebody who specializes in that and can really load the ski and push it to its limits so you can give better insight. I talked a lot about the Volkl Kendo 88 and kind of how it separates itself from other carving skis, and I think Curated, I can't believe that they don't do that. And not only that, their production quality over the years has gone down. They're like relying on the GoPro to do their up-close shots, their selfie shots, everything. It's like, I mean, GoPro, whatever they're using, it's a 360. They are totally relying on this one little camera, and it's just not something you expect from a big company. None of the insights were that great, but the second guy had some decent skiing and some decent insight, so I'm giving a half a thumbs up. The last guy basically carried it out of the ditch that the first guy put it in. So anyway, that's my opinion. If you're interested in the Volkl Kendo 88, I've got a full review, and it goes very in depth of what an actual carving ski goes. This isn't the worst curated video I've ever seen, but the first half was up there. It was one of the worst first halves I've seen. Just because if you're buying the ski, you should know the ski's downsides, you should know its weaknesses, you should know where it feels uncomfortable and where it feels good, so you can decide if that lines up with what you care about. So anyway, that's the end of the video. If you want to support this channel and you're interested in these skis, I'll put a link down below for an affiliate code. It's basically a free way of supporting the channel. So if you want to do that, that's a free way of doing that. It'll also track you for 30 days if you make any ski purchases. That's a free way you can support this kind of content. But more than anything, just thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. See ya.